A great game for the Clippers. You got to give them credit. They came in here and they played the way that they play. They stepped up and knocked down threes when they had an opportunity, when we blitzed or whenever they touched the paint, they got off it and got some easy looks from the 3-point line. I told our guys, first thing is that we got outworked on the offensive glass. We had 5 offensive rebounds for seven second chance points. And when you play a kind of muck it up, grind it out type game like this, you're going to have to find ways to score. And we didn't do a good job attacking the offensive glass and coming up with the ball. I don't know how often we attacked it, but we didn't come up with it when we did go. But the biggest thing, is a 3-point line. We only took 26 threes, but there were 2 things with it. The first one, I thought we hesitated on a lot of threes. We should have probably shot 35 to 40 threes the way they play defense. They're packing the paint, and if I have the ball and I'm driving it, they're going to really shrink off that next guy. And so I thought we got a little too deep at times and tried to make a play, and the ball got deflected or we lost the ball. And the times that we did kick it, we had a lot of guys holding it, waiting for the defense to close, and then trying to drive the defense again. And against those guys that have, they got length, they have athleticism, you got to make quick decisions. If you drive that basketball and the defense pulls over, and we get that push ahead pass when we did, or that kick pass, you got to let it fly. And again, to only take 26 threes against these guys, I thought we put ourselves in position to take some tough twos during the game. And yes, we only made 3 of them, but I wish we would have shot at least 10 more. Even if we wouldn't have hit the 10 more, I wish we would have taken them.
Mike, the 3-point shooting is not just tonight. You guys came into the night 27th in the league, like 32.5%. What is it that you're seeing? Is it that they aren't taking the looks that they're getting? Or are they not hitting wide open looks? Because that's one of the stats that kind of stands out. But what are you seeing?
Yeah, we have a lot of guys that are just shot faking and trying to drive, and everybody's sitting in the paint, and then we make interior passes at times when there are a lot of bodies there, and it makes it tough. But when that ball hits your hand, if you're open, you got to shoot it. You got to shoot it with confidence. And I think if you pass up one, and then you pass up a second, now it's in your head. Not only that, the defense, its confidence continues to grow, and it makes it harder and harder to knock it down as you go along. So, when that ball hits our hands, we have to understand when we're open and when we're not open. And right now, we're not doing a really good job of it. With that, and then sometimes we're getting a little too deep, James, and we're trying to split the defense, and the ball's getting tipped, and we're losing it or whatever, or we're taking a tough shot in a crowd instead of. It's simple. If I'm getting guarded here and I drive the ball and you pull over, before you get to me, I just got to push the ball ahead to Shannon, and then Shannon's just got to be ready to shoot. And right now, we're not necessarily making a simple play or keeping the game simple against teams that do what I'm talking about.
Mike, another night where you guys play DeMar, Keegan, Domas, Deeren, and Malik over 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I know you said before you don't want to have that number that high. Is there any reason we didn't think about going to the bench a little bit more tonight?
I was a little conflicted. A handful of my guys on my staff that wanted me to run guys a little longer, and so I did. It's a tough because I'm battling it myself, and I have to be more disciplined. Even if everybody from the players to my staff is telling me, hey, keep this guy on the floor, keep this guy on the floor. I got to be disciplined, and I got to know that, hey, this is a long game. A long season. We can't chase every win and run these guys into the ground with 72 games to go or whatever it is.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Mike, this is the worst shooting night you guys have had from 3 since you've been here, but is it encouraging that was the fact and you still had a chance to win this game?
Yeah, for sure. To me, the neat part about it, it's an easy adjustment, you know, I mean, it gotta shoot the ball when we're open, you know, even the last drive and kick to Keegan in the corner opposite of our bench, when he caught it, he was open, he holds on to it and allows him to close out, and now we get a tough shot that is a lot harder to make with the shot clock going down instead of getting an easy catch and shoot rhythm three. You know, you just gotta let it fly. Gotta let it fly.
Do you think there was a moment where, I mean, obviously you guys with the addition of DeRozan get so much from the mid-range. Do you think that poor shooting night took away from them either consciously or subconsciously wanting to take shots from the perimeter?
So, I'm sorry, Shasta.
You know, obviously you guys do so much from the mid-range. I'm just curious if either consciously or subconsciously the poor shooting night took them away from the perimeter and wanted to rely more on the mid-range.
Took us away from it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, you know, I thought we had the ability to shoot at least 8 to 10 more threes, if not more, just the way that they play. And we didn't let it fly, and or we didn't spray the ball when necessary. We just settled for tough twos. I don't know if it was subconsciously that we did that or not, but you know, against these guys again, you gotta spread the floor. Your spacing has to be good. You can't creep in. And you know, even a couple of times I thought we crept inside that 3-point line, and you know, if you do that and now you try to shoot a mid-range shot, you're gonna have bodies all over you. And we have to do a better job of, again, like I said, just keeping it simple and thinking of the hockey assist instead of the great assist or the great finish or the midi at times, and spray it and let it fly and see what happens.
Mike, I remember that defending without fouling was a focus in camp. This game seemed like a James Harden special in a lot of ways, with just the amount of whistles, especially in that first quarter. Just your assessment of the defense that your team played, fouling too much versus you were okay with the defense and the whistle was just blowing.
I thought in the first quarter we put our hands in the cookie jar too much, and you know, those guys, especially James, he's crafty and he's gonna force you to foul, and you know, we fouled. And but I thought as the game went along, we did a better job of cleaning that up, and that's what gave us a chance. But their first quarter, 34 points, was due to us doing that. And then the fourth quarter, we had to start blitzing a little bit. And Zubac did a great job of catching it in the pocket. They just, you know, took what we gave them, caught it in the pocket and sprayed it. And they stepped up and knocked down shots, you know. So that first quarter, yes, we did not lead with our chest. We led with our hands quite a bit, which gave them confidence, and obviously helped them score a lot of points in a low-scoring game.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you,
very
guys.
much.